All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of Stirring the Pot.
Good afternoon.
It's a special episode today. A very special episode of Stirring the Pot. And you wonder, why is it special? Because this is the episode where we introduce Father Ganella to the stove.
It's the first time he's
first
ever
time.
cooked anything.
And so this is quite an event. Hey, Father Ganella, why don't you have a look? Maybe show us what it is you're up to. All right.
Tonight we have some beautiful beer brats. All right, so we're cooking these up, and then I'll do basically the only type of cooking that I actually know how to do, which is grilled cooking. All right, so we got the burgers, we got the brats.
Yeah.
And we'll grill those up in a little bit.
So there you go. And so, Father Ganella, we are pretty excited to take advantage of your culinary expertise.
If it wasn't for this show, he would have never cooked for us.
That's
so
right.
We're
That's
all
right.
very happy to have this opportunity.
Right, absolutely. So here we are, episode 3, and here we are, right before Holy Week, and the idea that all 3 of us, all 5 of us, because not only are we here, but also Deacon Reichard is behind the camera, and so is Seminarian Grant Colburn, and we're kind of quarantined ourselves, and it's been okay, and he's not saying anything. But
It's been great. It's been the best 3 weeks of my life. This is the new normal.
it's a challenge. All right, so we're always trying to do new things like this. Having some time with you makes all the difference, and
There's been some highlights though.
absolutely. For me, one of the highlights for me of being in this house with you guys is we get to watch a lot of movies together. Mm-hmm. We get to we're hanging out more than probably we normally would.
The holy fraternity.
It is, and that's what Rectory Life is all about. So
Exactly.
the Lord has really been taking care of us. That has been one of the best. I can just really feel the Holy Spirit kind of guiding us as we go through these days together. What about you guys? What do you think?
Well, as everyone who knows me really well knows, I love getting up very early in the morning. It's like my favorite thing in the world. The 7 a.m. mass crowd just know how awake and alert I am at 7 a.m. So it's been a burden, but I'm getting used to this extra sleep quite a bit and actually enjoying it a lot. I wake up at like 8:05. It's amazing. It's sleeping in.
That's it.
That's my favorite thing.
What about you?
One nice thing is that there's been a lot more time to exercise, so that's been really good. We got
What did you say before? What you didn't say exercise. What did you say?
lifting weights. Maybe.
That's how
Getting yoked.
getting jacked.
You had a PR
Yeah, so
today.
we've got a great weight set that someone gave us downstairs, so it's
And
it's
you
really
had,
nice.
you
to
had
be
a
able to-
personal best today. What was it?
I deadlifted 335 today,
So
so
that's more than
moving on up. It's moving a new way.
You did a major thing last week. What was it?
Yeah.
I'm getting closer to 300 on the bench press, 280. So
And I'm coaching him. I'm cheering him on.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm down there too.
Who was the guy in Rocky? The coach, the old guy.
I'm Burgess Meredith.
Yeah, exactly. That's you.
And so we're also sitting here. You might wonder what this plate is in front of us. The people have been so good.
Oh my gosh.
So like somebody was up in Sheboygan today, and they picked up some wings for us and dropped them off right before we started our show. We had this plate of wings in front of us, and I'm not a big wing fan. These are pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So
Like Legend Larry's or something in
That's-
Sheboygan.
yeah.
It's like
you know
the best.
place, yeah.
I've never been. This is the first time. It's
Yeah,
super
but you
good.
heard about it.
Oh yeah.
So that's a great place. Sheboygan's an amazing place to go.
It's in Wisconsin.
It's
but-
in Wisconsin, but if you guys were to go to a place, like you haven't been before, it would be like number 1 on your bucket list.
Yeah, I mean, we've been inside. Gas is cheap, but we can't go anywhere. So you're thinking about like, where are we going to go?
Yeah.
If I could go anywhere, I'd go to Iceland. That I've never been in the whole world. I love Iceland. I think it's a beautiful country. Apparently, Greenland is not beautiful, but Iceland is beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's like a dream of mine to go up there with some friends and just road trip around.
I'm watching a show on Netflix right now called Valhalla, and it's a murder mystery, and it's set in Iceland.
Is it beautiful?
And I had no idea. It's amazing.
It's stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go. We should go.
Yeah, let's just go. We'll do our live stream masses from
Stirring the Pot.
from Iceland.
In
You guys
Iceland,
won't
there
even
we go.
know.
Yeah, they don't have coronavirus out there.
It's too cold.
It's too cold.
What about you?
Yeah, I'm not a big traveler in the first place, but one place I would still like to go is Normandy, actually. So we've been watching Band of Brothers these last few days and working through the episodes, and just to learn about that and see that place where all of those famous battles happened. I think it'd be really neat to be able to go there and
Yeah, after seeing all the battle, I was there a few years ago with Monsignor Knox and Father Bob Jones, and seeing all those places. Then you watch something like Band of Brothers, and you really get a sense of just the spectacular sacrifices those people made. One of the things one of the places there's a lot of places, I'd love to go, but I think on my bucket list right now, number one place I haven't been, but I'm planning on going to is Santiago de Compostela. It's in Spain. It's in northwest Spain, near the coast, just above Portugal, and it's a big pilgrimage site. So next time, when I get to do a mini sabbatical, which is like a few weeks, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do some hiking. You can walk from various distances out. So like 3 weeks out, you'd walk to Compostela.
So why is it a pilgrimage site?
Because that's where St. James is buried. It's been a pilgrimage site since the Dark Ages. Holy is one of the holiest places in Europe. Even kings would go on pilgrimage to that place. So, and in these well-worn paths from all different points in Europe, you can walk and get to this place. It's a kind of it's sacrificial, but it's also a beautiful place to go and just get some exercise and walk and see and meet people, which I love to do.
So do you bring like a sleeping bag and just camp for 3 weeks? Is that how you do it?
You can do that.
You can do that.
But
That's
there's
what
also
you're gonna do.
there's also the Dan Deutsch edition of Santiago de Compostela, where you stay in a
What's
hotel
this?
each night,
Ah.
and then you maybe take a knapsack with you while you walk, and then
With snacks.
The hotel drives your luggage to the next hotel. So I got my snacks and my iPad, and I hike during the day. I get to my hotel. I have a nice dinner.
That sounds like my kind of pilgrimage.
That is sacrificial.
luxury pilgrimage.
So.
I want to do that too someday.
One of the we talk about sacrificial, and just some of the beautiful things and places to see. We see a lot of beautiful things around here, and things that inspire us. And during this time, especially, I can't get over just how giving and wonderful the people of this parish have been. Their prayers, watching the stuff that we're putting out, giving us all this encouragement, people dropping off food, that's amazing. Peanut butter cookies. Somebody dropped off peanut butter cookies the other day. Amazing. So I'm inspired by, there's a bunch of people right now as we're sitting here having this program. There's a whole bunch of people sitting in the parking lot. They put their lawn chairs up.
Totally socially distanced.
Social distance acceptable. But what are they doing? They're visiting.
They're having like a hangout.
Because that's what they do on Saturdays at 4 o'clock. They go to Mass, and they miss that, so they've come, and they're hanging out in the parking lot talking to each other, because that's what they normally do. I love that. It gets me so pumped up. So gratifying to see that. What about you guys?
Yeah, so maybe you've seen this on Facebook. There's a couple pictures up there, but something that a few people have done in our church here at Crane Road is come in and put pictures of themselves on the pews and tape them to the pews so that as the priests are celebrating Mass and looking out, we don't see just empty pews, but we see pictures of our parishioners there in the pews. And, the first time I saw it, I wasn't quite sure about it, but the more I've seen people do it and the more I've seen, I guess, the desire of people to be at Mass, or at least for us to remember them being at Mass, even if they can't be there, that's pretty special. So that's one thing that's been inspiring.
Yeah, it's such a great parish. I was over in the church. We have the churches open right now, so there might be 2 or 3 people in there praying, but I was over there like 10 days ago, and one of the parishioners just came up to me, and he put $300 in my hand. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? It wasn't for me, though. He's like, give this to Monsignor and have him give it to a family who's in need right now.
Right.
And it was just like so amazing that of all the people who are struggling, they're going through different things right now, that the family that we are at this parish, he was willing to just give out of his own surplus so that a family in need could go an extra couple days or whatever it is, buy a week's worth of groceries, so
Right.
that's so beautiful.
Wow. So things like that are amazing. I saw a story the other day this kind of got to me, that the animal shelter has no more animals adopted, like you can adopt a pet.
Really?
There's none left.
Really?
Because people are, they're, you know, I suppose during this time, they're at home alone, or their whole routines have changed. They want to change it up a little bit. They need some company. But all the animals have been taken and adopted by people during this time. And, you know, it's like, I'm here, and I thought of this, like if you, like, what's your favorite animal? Like, you could adopt anything from a shelter, and you didn't have to worry about taking care of it. You get somebody else to take care of it for you. What
Like
would you
in
get?
reality, or any animal?
Any animal.
Any
What's your
animal.
favorite animal?
Oh man, snow leopard. I think they're so cool.
No, there's a. That's.
Can we get one, Monsignor?
Sure.
Can we get a snow leopard?
I don't want to take care of it. I'm not going to clean up after it.
Yeah, they're just this majestic creature, and you see them on like planet Earth, and they're over in Asia. I don't know where they're at, but I'm pretty sure like in between China and the Himalayas over there. But they like I saw a video one time where this snow leopard jumped on one of the goats, and they tumbled off the cliff, and in the air it went to get him by the throat while they were falling off a cliff.
Oh,
And
fantastic.
it survived like 150-foot fall. Just got up, went on with its day. So definitely a snow
That
leopard.
is impressive.
That's super impressive.
Wow. What animal?
You know, I'm not big on pets either, frankly. But if I had to have a pet, it would be
This guy.
It would be a big, mean dog, like a pit bull or a
Why?
mastiff or something like that,
Why?
to protect the house.
I had a mastiff bite my nose one time.
No.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All
So
right.
yeah, so we have there's a our principal, Mrs. Brown. She
Great lady.
adopted a golden retriever, and she was going to let the golden retriever come to our house and spend some time with us off and on, except for the fact that
Father Ganella didn't want it.
this uncharitable towards animal person didn't want the dog. He had all these rules and regulations he was going to lay down on top of us. Can't go in my room. No dog hair. I'm not picking up after it. I'm not, so. And you know what the thing is, he would have seen it and he would have loved it, and it would have been a totally different story.
Were you like a
If
dog
it-
guy or something?
Well, I am. Like my 8th graders know. If I were to ask my 8th graders right now, what dog or what animal would I want, and you guys would all say, a golden retriever puppy. I want a golden retriever puppy. That's what I want. Now, just a puppy. So when it gets older, I get rid of it. So I just want a puppy
Just for 15 minutes.
for 15 minutes.
And then it's done.
Then I get tired of it and I move on to the next thing.
Oh my goodness. My sister loves goats. I don't get that.
That's-
There's an obsession with goats right now. Like they do goat yoga.
Yeah.
Like it's just a stupid goat. Like why do people love
The
goats?
goat
so
does yoga?
No,
The goats?
It stands on you or on your back, or it's weird.
I know, it's weird.
It's probably a little bit new agey. I don't know. Doesn't sound right.
I like yoga.
That doesn't pass the smell test. Yeah, because it's a goat, it doesn't pass the smell test.
But animals are amazing. I grew up with a dog. Did you have a dog?
Yeah, I did. It's like one of my family traditions.
It was a totally family
Yeah, my
tradition.
parents still have a dog.
Do they?
Yeah. Do you have a dog at home? At your dad's, does he have a dog?
No, but we had tons of dogs growing up.
Yeah.
My family lived in Kentucky when I was a young kid, and we had lots of dogs. A lot of them would just kind of like run around on our properties.
Did you have a bad experience with the dog, and that's why you hate him?
Nope.
Did it growl at you one time?
Sure, my dogs growled at me. but-
Because you didn't like them. They knew it. They sensed stuff like that.
They have
sense
extra feelings.
So like pets are a tradition for all of us. We have other traditions in our families too.
Yeah. What's one of yours?
Well, I was just thinking about this because Easter, we always get together. Huge meal. So all of our holidays are big meals, and we always have ham on Easter. We always have turkey on Thanksgiving. We have ham on Christmas, and this year, we're going to start a tradition here. We're having our Easter dinner together, the 5 of us, because
gonna be great.
Because we're quarantined, and we're going to abide by that. And but one of the traditions is that I always sit next to my dad, for whatever reason. That's my chair, and it was usually because I probably got in trouble when I was a kid, and that was a good space for me. But I will say the prayer, and my brother Ben will do the toast. That's our tradition.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's always fun because whenever my family gets together, there's like 50, 60 of us. And it's a blast. I'm going to miss Easter, but I've got these guys, so.
Do you do the same prayer every year?
No.
You just let the Spirit.
Just let
like,
the
guide
Spirit
you.
move me. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
pray next Sunday.
Okay. And you can do the toast.
All right.
All right.
Deal.
There we go.
Do you have any family traditions there, Father Ganel?
I think my favorite tradition growing up would be from Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So on Christmas Eve, we would always go to Elmhurst, to my grandma's house on my dad's side. It's my Italian grandma, and she would always cook up a great meal for us, Italian beef and ravioli or lasagna or some other pasta. And so just great memories doing that. And then on Christmas Day, we would always go to my mom's side at my uncle's house in Wheaton. So just great memories all around, great food, great fun, laughter, being with family. Those are the best times. So, what about you?
Probably got a million of them.
Well, I mean, I'm very close to my family, but like the biggest tradition we have is birthdays. It's like a huge thing in my family, and one thing that we do is we celebrate birthdays by everyone getting around, like 25 people, and we honor the person whose birthday it is. And crazy enough, Monsignor, it's your birthday today.
Oh!
You are 58 years old. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
You guys shouldn't have. What is that?
That's a carrot cake
Oh my gosh.
made by Patricia Richardson. So thank you,
Oh my
Pat,
gosh,
for your
Pat
wonderful
Richardson,
love.
Thank you so much.
I don't want to bake a cake, and you don't want to eat a cake I baked.
No,
so
I can't bake a cake. So.
you
This is
you could
best.
boil brats.
Yeah, there we go.
hopefully.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So right now we are going to honor you on your birthday. So you got to take this. We're live. You can't run away.
Okay.
But on your birthday, Monsignor, what I want to honor you for today is your intelligence. It is just humbling to watch you rattle off these just amazing facts about history and the church, and the way that it like enlivens up your homily is incredible. And as we know from St. Thomas, grace builds on nature, and that intelligence that there is just, the potential has been so much actualized that it's just an honor to see the Holy Spirit work through you, and just love being your associate.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
You're
Thanks
very
so
welcome.
much. Wow.
Yeah.
That's,
And what I really appreciate about you, Monsignor, is the confidence that you put in us. You trust us, and you
Yeah.
give us responsibility. You listen to our opinions,
Yep.
and you're very fatherly towards us, and you take care of us. You guide us. I know I can ask you for advice, all those things. So
wow.
we really appreciate being your associates.
Well,
So everybody here, comment in the section and say happy birthday to Monsignor, and if you're willing, throw honoring in there for you.
Wow.
But we said in episode 1 how bad of a group we are at singing, so we're not going to do that today for the sake of all of you listening.
Thank you.
But happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I appreciate that. It's an honor. Again, you guys have been very complimentary towards me, but I have to tell you, folks, it's interesting how God works, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. How He puts things together and surprises us, and it's no coincidence that Father Cladar is here in his first assignment. Father Ganella is here. Deacon Jack, Seminarian Grant. And what brought these guys here at this time, and all of a sudden this thing happens, there's a reason that these guys are here right now. It's because the Lord has chosen them to be with you and to serve you, and they've got gifts and talents that they share with you every day that make a huge difference. That somehow, whatever's going on in the world out there, these guys are making it better because the Lord put them here in our lives at this time. So I'm honored to be with you guys for that reason. And so it's Palm Sunday tomorrow, and we're not giving out palms. We're not allowed to, which breaks my heart, folks. You have to know that the worst thing about all this is that we can't have you here for Mass, but we're doing Mass, and we know you're there in spirit. We're so edified by that. But we are doing this thing where you can drive through tomorrow, like we did last weekend. You get a blessing from the Blessed Sacrament. We're doing that tomorrow. But we're doing it in a way that makes it a little bit smoother. Last week was our first time. We had no idea that many people were going to come.
There was like 650, 700 cars.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it blew us away.
was
We have
incredible.
no idea how much that meant to us. And some people said we looked like kids on Christmas. Well, that's how we felt. And that tomorrow, so we're expanding the footprint of the parking or of the traffic to include the whole lot. So. And we've got more people there to help, so
Yep.
hopefully we won't have as big of a.
It's going to be better.
It's going to get better tomorrow. There
Yep.
won't be as long of a line on Crane. And thank the sheriff because he's all he asks us to do is pray for him and his sheriffs, and so that offer up a prayer for them. And in addition to the blessing, we're going to give you an opportunity, even though we can't give you palms, you bring your own. bring a branch from a tree in your yard, cut a sprig off the evergreen, send the kids out right now and have them do it, and bring it tomorrow, hold it out the window, and we're going to sprinkle it with holy water and bless your branch. So you can hang that up in the house. Now, in addition, Seminary Grant, myself, Deacon Jack, the fathers, we've all written meditations for each day of Holy Week starting tomorrow through Easter. So tomorrow there's like the thing for Palm Sunday, the PDF that you can download off the website has got a prayer that you can say as you do the enthronement of your branch in your house, and just some guide to make that more of a family-centered thing, okay? So it's not just us doing it here, we're giving you the tools to do it at home as well. Palms are important. Palms were in the Old Testament, palms signifying kingship, victory. The king, they would put palms down in front of the king when he came into the city after his enthronement, just like David did. He rode a donkey and they threw palms down in front of him. That's what Jesus was doing when he came in. He's the king, but not to free them from the yoke of the Romans, but free them from sin and give them a new homeland, a heavenly homeland, which is the promise to all of us. That's what palms represent. So be thinking about that tomorrow, all right?
It's amazing.
Yeah. Anything you guys want to add before we close it up? Before we, go to town on your brats?
I'm ready to eat brats.
Yeah, that's it. He's got to cook them first, though. We're not eating them raw.
So we'll see you tomorrow at 10, and just remember that while this is, as Monsignor said, we wish he could have you here in our church to celebrate Holy Week, the Lord still wants to reveal His heart to you this week. So really just be open to what the Holy Spirit wants to show you and your family during this special year of the extra family time, and just be open to what the ways that the Lord wants to work in your life this Holy Week.
Yeah. And we got Mass every day online. We got confessions in person every day. Follow the schedule. Church is open for you to pray every day. We're doing as much as we can, and we appreciate you praying for us. We feel it, and we love you. The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
Amen. Almighty God bless you, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Bye, everybody.
God bless you guys.